Hello, hello. Welcome to Crazy Games. We're in Genshin Impact, and today... blah, 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 blah. That menu always bugs out for me. Today, we will do more Legends of the Kasen. Or I guess that's what this menu is called, but they're more Irodori anecdotes. We're gonna do Buyer's Guide to the Statue of Her Excellency, the Almighty Narukami Ogosho, God of Thunder. Festival Deeds, Part 3. Something appears to have occurred in front of Iepekutsu, the place where statues of Her Excellency, the Almighty Narukami Ogosho, God of Thunders, are being sold. Alright, let's get this. We'll track it. Oh, whoa, what's happening?
The 5 Kasen Plaza is significantly less crowded now, but it's still too early to relax. This is a serious matter, and we must remain vigilant. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, Sara!
Oh, it's you. Do you have something to report?
About the stolen books. Wait, what? Is this about the Venti quest? I guess technically I was supposed to do these as the Kasen quest came out as well, but since I started doing this late, I was able to finish all of the Kasen quests, story quests, before going to these, like, Irodori festival ones. Let's ask about the stolen books.
It's fine, as long as it's been taken care of.
Yeah, it's been taken care of. Sorry for the inconvenience caused.
This is my duty. I don't see it as an inconvenience.
Duty.
The Tenryou Commission has a responsibility to ensure public order and security during the Irodori festival. If anything comes up, come to me.
Okay.
Oh, you look really busy. Has something serious happened?
Nothing serious, really. We've just received a lot of reports in the past few days over things like line cutting, reselling goods at inflated prices.
Oh, gosh darn, scalpers.
Even troublemakers hogging the photo board. All minor incidents, but it all adds up to create a lot of work for a lot of people.
We dealt with the troublemakers at the photo board. Sounds tough.
Still, I take the fact that so many people are turning to us for assistance as a sign that the Tenryou Commission is gradually regaining the people's trust. The Shogun gave us orders to provide security at the Irodori Festival. This is a rare chance to change people's perception of the Tenryou Commission, so we cannot afford to slip up. Even if it's tiring work, we must rise to the challenge.
Rising up, back on the streets.
Well, no matter how busy you are, at least you still found some time to come here and buy an Almighty Shogun figurine, right? We want to buy one too!
An Almighty Shogun's figurine? Are you kidding me? That's not what it's called.
What do you mean, figurine? I'm just patrolling these parts. In fact, I was just about to leave.
I kind of already saw, like, a bunch of memes on the Genshin Impact subreddit where, like, apparently Sarah gets really offended at people calling that figurine, like, a figurine. I can't remember the full name, but, like, you're supposed to call it by its full name. And she always, like, calls it as calls the thing its full name kind of thing. I don't remember the full name though.
No need to be shy. Actually, Miko told us that you got up super early this one time to make sure you could be the first in line to buy one of these figurines.
That Lady Gucci, how could she disclose... Never mind. To be clear, I have no intention to hide that which I do out of reverence alone. But there is one thing you must be corrected on.
It is not merely a figurine.
Oh? What is it?
That is not a figurine. It's a statue of Her Excellency, the Almighty Narukami Ogosho, God of Thunder. Do I make myself clear?
Statue of Her Excellency, the Almighty Narukami Ogosho, God of Thunder. Statue of Her Excellency, the Almighty Narukami Ogosho, God of Thunder.
Almighty Narukami got it.
This particular statue of Her Excellency, the Almighty Narukami Ogosho, God of Thunder, is a brand new addition. There will only be 300 available in this batch, and there is a limit of 1 per customer. Many people have been lining up since well before dawn to acquire one. I'm afraid if you're only showing up now, you're probably too late.
No, but we've got connections. Heh.
Oh, really? So you definitely must have gotten here pretty early too then. Did you manage to get one yet?
Normally, of course, I would come to purchase one myself. But on this occasion, my duties at the Irodori festival had to take priority.
No, that's sad.
We are required to report for duty long before the shops open. It is regrettable, but I had no choice but to forego the chance this time.
No, but it's a limited edition, only 300 of them were made.
Aw, what a shame.
So instead, I had someone purchase one on my behalf.
Oh, right! Wait, you can do that? Didn't you say they're limited to 1 per customer? This figurine is super popular. It must be pretty tough to find someone happy to buy one for you and not for themselves.
I anticipated the same at first, but Lady Gujiyae found a professional to assist me, saying she appreciated our tireless efforts during the festival period. I don't know who the professional is. I assume it would be either someone from the Grand Narukami Shrine or from the Yashio Commission, but I did not ask. Given the time, I believe they should have completed the purchase by now.
Is it Ayato? Is Ayato also like enthusiast of the Narukami Ogosho statue of the Almighty Shogun? I already forgot what the name was.
I am fortunate to have had Lady Guji's help this time. I likely would have struggled to find a candidate on my own.
I don't think it's gonna be Toma, since he was in the previous one.
As well as being willing, they would need to be an early riser, and also tall enough to beat the crowds to the top shelf items.
Oh. I think what they're trying to make us think right now is Ayato being tall, but if it's about height, it's usually about Sayu.
Early riser and tall.
That's like the opposite. Like Sayu is like the opposite of that, right? She's super short and she wants to grow taller, and at the same time she like sleeps all the time. What is oh, is it question mark? Who's appearing before us?
What was that sound?
Probably just the wind. Probably just the leaves.
Really? Well, never mind. I have been here long enough. It's time for me to head to my next patrol zone. Stay safe during the Irodori festival.
Oh, thank you. Oh, geez, look how long that title is. Buyer's Guide to the Statue of Her Excellency, the Almighty something Ogosho? Narukami Ogosho? God of Thunder. The Almighty Narukami Ogosho. What's an Ogosho? Is that like another word for leader? Buyer's Guide to the Statue of Her Excellency, the Almighty Narukami Ogosho, God of Thunder. Examine the strange wooden barrel. As Sarah mentions, the proxy buyer, you hear a strange noise, or strange sound coming from a wooden barrel in the corner. Where's this barrel? Oh, look who it is. I'm just gonna jump on this barrel for fun, for no reason at all. Oh, Raiden Shogun? I was just jumping on this barrel. Do you want to join? Of course I do. Ah, this is so very amusing. The little like Sayu tail and the little like Sayu leaf. Hey Sayu.
Uh-oh, you found me.
Sayu and Sara. We found you.
Sayu, what are you doing here? Oh, wait! Are you the professional? Shh, quiet. She might still be in earshot.
Her face is so adorable. Sayu, have you been slacking off again?
No way. I've been here since last night so I could buy a figurine. But after waiting and waiting, my eyes started to feel real droopy. And I only meant to take a short nap, a really quick one.
So you overslept?
Oh, if I don't buy one of these figurines, the Tenryou Commission Tengu will lock me up for life.
Oh no! We've got a conundrum on our hands, don't we? Surely not.
Sheesh. Goodness knows what Miko told you. I guess my only hope now is to sacrifice my salary for this month and buy one off of someone who got here in time.
No, those scalpers, how dare they? Let me negotiate the price for you. I'm good at driving a hard bargain.
Really? Great! Then, here's my salary. Please don't spend it all.
We're gonna spend it all. Sayu salary. Ask passerbys what happened. Sayu has been assigned as the proxy buyer, but having overslept, needs to get to work so that not to be caught by that Tengu. How much money did she actually give us? Oh! This was originally intended to buy bedding and other materials by which sleep quality might be improved, but on the other hand, Sayu has no wish to sleep forever yet. Just yet. She got 200,000 Mora a month. Is that a lot? I don't know if that's a lot. We get 200. That's how many? So we get 60,000 per these ley line blossoms. That's like a bit more than 3 of these ley line blossoms. And that would be like how much resin? 60 resin? So she gets about like what? 75 resin worth? 70 resin? 75 resin worth of wages a month. When we get that, we get way more than that within a day. I guess she's just a kid, right? She doesn't really need like a full-time job. You assume she's being, you know, like a lot of people might think like, oh, Sayu's getting like underpaid. What the hell? But like, if you really think about it, the majority of your costs is like the car you're driving, the maintenance of your car, the gas on your car, the mortgage on your house, the rent or whatever that the place you're renting, and like and all the food and groceries you need to get to keep yourself like fed and alive. If that's all provided for you, any extra money is just extra money, right? Imagine if you didn't have to pay rent, you didn't have to pay for gas, or maybe there's like really good public transit or something that you don't even have to pay for. Or it's like really cost effective. And food is just provided to you by your employers or something. You don't have to worry about food at all. Like, you don't really need a lot of money in that situation, right? Like, I'm assuming like this is just like spending money for Sayu's salary, but like she has a place to live near. I guess I'm guessing she lives in like somewhere near the Kamisato estate, and that's all just provided by the Yashio Commission or the Shumatsu Bahan, and like food is probably just provided, and it doesn't seem like she needs a lot of different transportation methods, right? Since I don't know if people here use waypoints. It seems like only we use waypoints. Us, the traveler, and Catherine, it seems like, are the only people who can use waypoints. But like in this like kind of setting, I don't know. Do they get around by horses and stuff? Like, and we don't know like, and I guess on another note, we don't know how much something is worth, or how much like one mora is worth, whereas inflation in real life makes it so that a specific number of yearly salary is like determining how well your standard of living is. But like in this place, depending on like scarcity and stuff and whatever, the amount of mora you need, if you're not like trying to feed all these people, level them up, train them, give them good, give each of them good like gear and stuff, how much money does it actually cost to live in Inazuma, right? So some people might look at this value and go like, oh my goodness, this is like only a little bit more than 3 ley line blossoms worth of salary. Oh my goodness, Sayu's getting underpaid, blah, blah, blah. But if you really take the cost of living and like what kinds of things you actually have to pay for into mind, it's like the context of everything changes, and because of like you can't really compare life in Inazuma or life in Teyvat to like real life, since it seems like things kind of work differently or completely differently. Like who knows like how economies and stuff work here in Teyvat, especially since Mora is not just like currency, it's actually like consumed to do things. I think in one of the Zhongli's like story quest where he's helping a bunch of people like investigate the god of salt or whatever, and in the conversation about Mora he was having with a bunch of like snooty rich people, apparently like Mora isn't just for trading, it is like consumed, kind of like how we have to consume it to upgrade artifacts, consume it to we're not like paying someone a service to upgrade our artifact, we're actually consuming the bit of like magic or whatever within the Mora in order to like make these things stronger, or consume it with the enhancement materials to make our weapons stronger. So yeah, like currency works like completely differently in this universe, so it's hard, it's like, I don't know, it's like easy to see things from our own like perspective and make conclusions that way, when it's probably not a good idea to make those assumptions. Anyways, Reika, do you have let me see if I can remember this. Almighty Shogun, the Statue of Her Excellency, Almighty Narukami Ogosho, the God of Thunder statue.
Huh, you didn't manage to get one either? That's strange. When I came to line up this morning, I checked with my friend who'd already bought one.
What?
She'd been lining up since before sunrise, and she was around the 100th in line. I was only 150 places behind her, so surely I should have gotten one.
Some shenanigans, some suspiciousness is happening behind the scenes.
Something's wrong here. I'm gonna go ask the shopkeeper for an explanation.
Is someone stealing these statues of Her Excellency, Almighty Narukami Ogosho, God of Thunders? We'll talk to Conrad last, since he's right in front of the store. Junpei, isn't he, his name sounds familiar. Isn't he like a editor of some kind? Oh, maybe not. Maybe that's just his character model.
Why so glum? Didn't manage to get your hands on a Statue of Her Excellency, the Almighty Narukami Ogosho, God of Thunder, by any chance?
We're trying to get our hands on one, yeah.
Sell it? Huh. I ain't selling. Not after all the effort I put in to get a hold of this. Go ask someone else.
No, Junpei. No. We need this. For our best friend, Sarah Kujou. Hey, Conrad.
After coming all this way to Inazuma, and especially getting up early, I still walk away empty-handed.
But it looks like she still has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? 7? She still has 7 left. Maybe because they're out of the box, they already lost its value. But who cares? We can still buy it, right?
The first batch was smaller than I expected, and who knows when the next batch will come out. Well, since I'm here now, I guess I should buy some other souvenir instead.
No, then there's gonna be no next batch. This is a limited edition, Conrad. You ask around in the area to no avail.
I can't believe it. I am definitely done for this time.
Do you want your money back?
A whole load of people are saying they didn't manage to get one. Did the shopkeepers get the count wrong or something? Oh, why don't we go ask at Apekusu?
Apekusu.
Might as well. I guess there's nothing to lose.
Give her a hug, Paimon. She needs a hug. Buyer's Guide to the Statue of Her Excellency, the Almighty Narukami Ogosho, God of Thunder. Go to Epikutsu and ask around. Wait, we're supposed to talk to her, right? But these two weirdos are in the way. Get out of the way, man! Just let me get through. Come on. Come on. Are you guys looking for the Almighty Shogun? The, Her Excellency. The Almighty Narukami Ogosho, Her Excellency. Wait. God of Thunder? Because here I am! Kaide.
Terribly sorry. I was otherwise occupied this morning and had someone else watch the shop.
Uh-oh.
So I don't know all the details, but according to our records, we did sell the full 300.
Uh-oh, someone is, scalping.
Hey, what about those ones at the back? Aren't they for sale?
I'm sorry, those are display only. Please don't be too disappointed. We're only selling a limited number of these statues at the festival, and this was only the first batch. Please rest assured, you will all have the chance to purchase one in the future.
But it won't be the Irodori Festival limited edition. With the removable, pantsuit.
But when will the next batch be ready? Also, this poor guy came all the way from Mondstadt. He got here earlier than me and was at least 50 places ahead of me.
Uh-oh. The suspicious effort.
Even he didn't get one. How do you explain these numbers?
Look, I don't know a whole lot about Inazuman festivals, but they do seem to have sold out pretty quickly.
Scalpers.
I'm terribly sorry, but I've triple-checked the sales records for this morning, and everything seems to be accounted for.
Or are they? Dun 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 dun.
Why don't we get the Tenryou Commission to investigate this?
Uh-oh. We can't get Sara to see this. She might get too, she's too involved. She's too close to this.
The Tenryou Commission? No way.
Sorry, who are you?
This is the professional from the Yashio Commission.
Oh, are you saying this falls under the Yashio Commission's jurisdiction?
Yes.
Yeah, it does. We will follow up on this matter, so there's no need to go to the Tenryou Commission. They're busy enough as it is.
But you're just a kid. Why should we listen to you?
That's weird. How come Sayu's so motivated to work all of a sudden? Shh. If the Tenryou Commission finds out about this, Kujou Sara will come ask me about it. And then she'll find out that I didn't buy her figurine,
And Sayu is supposed to be Miko's hand-picked professional. She technically should have been the first in line.
Anyway, we can't get the Tenryou Commission involved, not unless there's no other way.
Huh. Well, since someone's already on the case, I suppose I'll just wait for the findings.
We're on the case.
Since I came all this way and didn't get a figurine, I guess I might as well look at what else is available.
Thank you both for your understanding. We will make an announcement as soon as the results of the investigation come out.
So we're supposed to be investigating, but we don't have any leads at all. Oh, maybe the customers really did make a mistake with the count. If only we had a witness who'd been here the whole time.
Technically, someone was here the whole time.
You mean me? Sorry, I was asleep.
Did you hear anything in your sleep?
Did I hear anything? Let me think.
I'll take these, please.
Thank you for your patronage. Please come again.
Thank you. Patronage. Oh yeah, now I remember. I heard thank you for your patronage over and over again this morning. Huh? How many times? 300?
Can we, like, find the person who, filled in for, what's her name? Kaide of this shop, Epikutsu or whatever? And see, and, like, question him? Him or her? You don't have to give an exact number. Roughly how long did each transaction take?
snores between each thank you for your patronage.
That's how she counts time. Her snores.
That's not how you count it! 16 snores should be about 1 minute. And if we add on the time for moving the boxes and stocking the shelves...
It should take at least 5 hours to sell everything.
Right! Sales only started about 4 hours ago, so there's definitely a problem with the amount. Which means, even though I only woke up just now, I still have a chance of getting my hands on one.
Minuscule chance, but yes, you're not wrong.
Well, anyway, maybe I failed my mission because a bad guy did something tricky, not because I was being lazy. So then, who's the bad guy?
Because I'm the bad guy.
Well, the shop was pretty strict with this promotion. Not only was there a 1 per customer limit, they even checked people's identity. So there's no way anyone could have bought more than 1.
No wonder each transaction took so long.
And with Sara's people patrolling the area, no one could have cut the line, right?
By process of elimination, ... The remaining option is... Dun dun dun.
If someone was up to no good, they'd definitely try to find a way to sell the figurines at a higher price. Let's go ask the guy who says he had to put in a lot of effort to get a hold of one. Maybe he knows something.
Buyer's Guide to the Statue of Her Excellency, the Almighty Narukami Ogosho, God of Thunder. Talk to Junpei. I swear I've seen this character's name somewhere before. I don't remember in what story or in what context.
Huh? You want to know how I got my hands on the statue? Dream on!
Oh, we might need to bring you in for questioning officially then at that point.
Huh? Why? It's not like we're trying to buy yours off you.
It's a no, okay? No more questions.
Huh? How come?
A staff member sold it to you?
How did you know?
We're professionals.
Huh? Oh, right. Yeah, we are professionals.
Okay, fine. Since you guessed it anyway. But let me be clear. Don't spread this around.
We're gonna have to get the authorities.
I came here bright and early to line up, but the first batch of statues sold out almost immediately. I wasn't very happy about that, so I went around to the back door of a Pegasus to see if I could find a shop assistant to ask about when the next batch would be coming out. To my surprise, I saw him moving boxes and boxes worth of statues out of the store. Needless to say, I was all ready to march up and demand to know what was going on. But...
He gave you a figurine to keep you quiet? To, what's the word? To bribe you for your silence?
Well, yes. But I paid the shop assistant full price for it, so it was still a legitimate transaction.
It's not for you to decide whether it was a legitimate transaction or not.
Sarah was listening in this entire time.
Huh? It's the Tenryou Commission?
Oh, you're gonna get it now.
The Tenryou Commission has received reports that someone has been hoarding goods to resell at extortionate prices. Now, these are not classed as strategic materials, so some amount of price fluctuation is expected in the market. However,
This is personal.
it is against the law for a staff member to abuse their position to forge sales records and misappropriate goods. We have already investigated the situation at Apeikusu. The sales records are correct, but in the cash box, there are 2 bags in which most of the cash has been replaced with stones.
Uh-oh.
But how can this be?
Please hand over your Statue of Her Excellency, the Almighty Narukami Ogosho, God of Thunder, as evidence. We will compensate you for your loss once we catch the individual responsible.
No, this is evidence.
Fine. So this guy was cooking the books. Never saw that coming.
Oh no. Junpei hands over the statue. Oh no.
You guys figured this out pretty quickly, Sara.
In fact, we were only just tipped off. We're still working on the logistics of the arrest operation. Who's this?
Don't worry about her. She's just our friend, okay? We're just hanging out.
Yikes, I've been spotted.
This is Sayu.
Oh, you must be the professional Lady Guji hired. I was just wondering why I hadn't seen you yet.
We were investigating the missing figurines. Oh, I mean, statues of Her Excellency, the Almighty Narukami Ogosho, God of Thunder.
Is that so? Then thank you. The Tenryou Commission will take over from here. Rest assured, we will get to the bottom of the matter.
She wasn't able to buy one. Because of the treachery. Because of the, what do you call it? When someone does, like, underhanded techniques. The scalping. The, There's a specific word for this. The cheating? No. The... I can't remember. I think recently I'm feeling there's always, like, a word at the tip of my tongue that I can't think of. That explains the situation, like, perfectly. We couldn't get the statue because of, underhanded techniques.
So, about your statue.
Sayu has been lining up since last night.
Really? Thank you. So, where is the statue of Her Excellency, the Almighty Narukami Ogosho, God of Thunder?
But she saw someone misappropriating the statues.
Oh, yeah. Sayu spent the whole night investigating the staff. So, by the time she got back, she was just too late to buy one.
No, hope you're not too mad.
Yeah, right. I definitely would have made it back in time to buy one, if only it hadn't been for someone stealing the statues.
Yeah, those darn criminals.
I see. So in the end, you did not manage to purchase a statue, correct?
I'm sorry.
Don't blame yourself. The criminal is the one responsible here. The important thing now is to devise a plan to bring him to justice as swiftly as possible.
I will punish him personally.
According to the intelligence, the suspect has already started reselling the statues near the festival venue. But he is lying low and operating very discreetly. If we confront him head-on, he's likely to destroy the evidence and dash. Instead, we will seek to quietly surround him. But in order to achieve this, we will require one person to approach and distract him.
How dare he destroy? How dare he even try and think of the idea of destroying the statues of Her Excellency, the great Narukami Ogosho, the Almighty Narukami Ogosho, God of Thunder statues.
Since you've spent the whole night thoroughly investigating this situation, I can think of no one else more suitable to gain his trust than you. Would you be willing to help the Tenryou Commission one final time?
What? Right. Leave it to us.
Buyer's Guide to the Statue of Her Excellency, the Almighty Narukami Ogosho, God of Thunder. Go to the nearby transaction site, which is actually this way. Let's put Sayu on the team. Whoop.
Drat. You can't.
Gotta be sneaky. You gotta be sneaky. What? Ha! What? Yeah. What? Yeah. What? What? Yeah. What do we have here? Seigo. Pretend to be a potential buyer and stall for time. Hi. I heard you have statues of Her Excellency, the Almighty, Narukami Ogosho, God of Thunder statues. I'd like to buy one. I got money.
Who introduced you? I'm trying to keep a low profile here, so I'm afraid I don't take any new business except for referrals by existing customers.
You were referred by the one who caught you stealing the statues. Dun dun dun.
That guy. Fine. He did technically buy from me, I suppose. But let me be clear. This product is highly sought after right now. I can't sell to you at the same price he paid.
Gosh darn, PS5 scalpers.
The price has gone up again? But it's only been a few hours!
Well, you can take it or leave it. Believe me, there's plenty more room for upwards mobility on the price. It just so happens to be in my interest to get these off my hands sooner rather than later. Besides, good luck trying to find anyone else out there selling.
Wait. If the price is so high, wouldn't it make more sense for him to not want to sell it sooner rather than later? Or is he saying that he wants to get rid of them so that he doesn't get caught with them when the Tenryou Commission comes? Because then in negotiation, if that person has something we want, they want to have like kind of give the impression that he doesn't really want to sell it. Like he doesn't have a need to sell it. That's why he's selling it at that price, at the higher price, because he knows that it will go for that higher price. So that if we like try to, I don't know, haggle with him, he'll be like, someone is gonna come buy it if you're not gonna buy it. So I'm fine with holding on to it, kind of thing.
We gotta keep negotiating as long as we can.
Will this figurine keep its value over time? Can you give me a little discount? Will this figurine keep its value over time? I think it's probably the better question to ask. Because then he'll just say no. Like, no, I can't give you a discount, you stupid.
I don't have time for this. Just name your price.
Oh my goodness, we can like just dump all of Sayu's savings. I wonder if there's like a special voice line if you Oh no, you can't say 0. Wait, can I just... Oh no, it defaults to the lowest value. I'm pretty sure this will probably... He'll probably say, are you kidding me? But yeah, 120,000 Mora. How much are figurines in real life? I guess, yeah, they're like... A lot of the really like detailed, really like high quality ones are like over 100 Canadian dollars, maybe even over 100 American dollars. Let's go to 14444 just to spite him. Lots of 4s. Bad number. Bad bad, not auspicious. But I can't actually confirm, though. Oh, I had to hold it. Okay.
No way. That's too low with the market for this product right now.
Usually when it's haggling, you offer a price, and if they say no, they're supposed to offer a price back. That's kind of how that's supposed to go, I think. But, because then they can just, like, say no and then just waste everyone's time, right? But apparently we have to just keep guessing the number that he's thinking of. 16969 6. Oh, 69420. How's that? That's a really fun number, right? Sorry, Sayu.
Let's schedule a time for you to pick up the product.
Of course, the 69420 is what you want.
Hold on. Paimon thinks that the price is still a little too high.
Sorry, Sayu.
You think that's high? It'll be at least double that in a few days. You think this is a game or something? If you're not serious about buying, quit wasting my time. I should be moving on to my next location by now. Not stuck here arguing with you.
The next location you move to will be the police station.
Uh-oh.
You are under arrest for abusing your position for personal gain and falsifying accounts. Do not attempt to resist. The evidence is indisputable.
The Tenryou Commission? When did you... Wait, all that negotiating.
Hey, if you just gave us a price right in the beginning, we wouldn't have to freaking think of a number that and waste all the time. Okay, this is your fault. You did this.
Stick 'em up.
Got him. The Tenryu community escorts the shop assistant back to the police station.
Thank you for
Sayu
your
salary.
help.
No.
The culprit
you're gonna
has
read it in
revealed the
time.
location where he stashed the statues, and we have sent people to collect them.
Great! So once Epekusu has counted the goods and stuffed the shelf, we can get back in the line to buy one, right?
Right.
This time, I must complete my mission.
I'm afraid it's not that simple. The stolen goods will have to be kept as evidence at the police station for some time. They will not be available for purchase in the immediate future.
But they're limited edition Irodori festival versions of the Statue of Her Excellency Almighty Narukami Ogosho, the God of Thunder statues.
Paimon can't believe it!
I would be grateful if you could inform the shopkeeper about this. I should return to the station and see how things are going.
Alright, that sounds good.
Although Sora didn't say anything, she seemed a little disappointed, don't you think?
Yeah, I'd be too.
Is there really nothing we can do?
Wait. Did she not get her money back? Is that what the black screen text say? Oh yeah, she got her money back. So she didn't actually have to spend her month's salary on that. That's good. You can still buy that bedding that you want, Sayu. I wonder if, like, how many people didn't go into the... and just missed that little bit of a gag in the description of that bag. Like, oh, she wants to buy better bedding because so she can sleep more comfortably. A little bit of, like, a joke there. Like, how many people have missed out on that just because they didn't check the description? They decided it's not, like, that important. That bit of detail. Kaide, how are you doing?
I see. Thank you. We'll make a compensation plan and announce it as soon as possible.
Okay, we'll see you then.
Wait, hold on. Although this statue of Her Excellency, the Almighty Narukami Ogosho, God of Thunder, was only intended as a display item, now that I think about it, why don't you have it, as a gesture of my gratitude?
Nice. Then we can learn to forge it, make bootleg copies of it.
After all, it was our negligence that caused trouble for you all on this occasion. This is just a small gift, a mere token, but I do hope you can accept it.
Really?
But it's outside the box. It has lost a lot of its value. Shall we give this to Sarah?
Sounds good. As long as we give this to Sara, my mission will be completed. Uh-oh. I've been so nervous all day, and now I can finally relax. I feel really tired all of a sudden. Please, take this figurine to the police station.
No, Sayu, don't sleep now.
Sayu, signing out.
Oh. Talk to Sarah at the police station. We actually get one? No, don't destroy it. Don't destroy it. Statue of Her Excellency, the Almighty Narukami Ogosho, God of Thunder. Statue of Her Excellency, the Almighty Narukami Ogosho, God of Thunder. That Sarah has been hankering after. Go on. Go give it to her. Okay. Hey, Sarah. We found something awesome for you. Oh, man. Sarah's gonna be so happy when we give this to her. She's like, oh, it's not in the box. I want to be the first to open it and, like, take the first breath of what's in the in the box.
Sara, look what we brought you.
I have a friend that collected Pokemon cards. Maybe he still collects it? No, I don't know about that, but I remember when he was, like, really big into collecting Pokemon cards, he would tell us, like that smell of opening a booster pack is, like, super addictive. Like, that experience of opening a new booster pack and smelling, like, like the new pack, the opening of a new pack, the sealed stuff. I don't know if I'm explaining myself properly, but, like, apparently that smell is, like, or I guess experiencing that that moment of you like opening the booster pack, a new booster pack, and then like that smell just like enters your nose and you can smell it as you're opening that entire like experience. The smell, the opening, the having like the tactile feel of a booster pack in your hands is like super, I guess, special. And he was telling us like how he enjoys like that moment and savors it even before looking at what cards he have from the booster pack.
Oh, is this?
Oh yes, it is the Statue of Her Excellency, the Almighty Narukami Ogosho, God of Thunder. You take out the statue and explain what happened.
We just grabbed it and came straight here. But now that Paimon takes a closer look at it, it's really well made.
Don't you want to put a funny hat on her?
Of course. This is a prototype designed by Yae Publishing House's top artist and crafted by the most skilled lacquerware master in Inazuma City.
Oh my gosh. That's even more rare than a limited edition Irodori Festival version of the Statue of Her Excellency, the Almighty Ogosho, the God of Thunder. Yeah, this is a prototype, so the production version has 300, so this was probably only one, or maybe only like a few, like test ones.
Otherwise, how could one hope to capture even 1,000th of the Almighty Shogun's majesty?
Why would the Shogun appear all of a sudden? She wants to visit the Irodori Festival as well?
Let alone maintain it. To do that, you must buy a special kind of shrine and worship it properly.
As she's behind her.
It's also essential to clean it often to avoid a buildup of dust. And it's best practice to hire a craftsman to perform regular maintenance.
I used to collect a lot of like figurines and stuff, like Bishoujo figures and like comic book figures and stuff. And like lately, I guess I haven't really, but back then, like I would have them displayed on shelves and stuff, and it was a pain to every once in a while have to like de-dust them to like clean the dust off of them. And then like while I'm doing the cleaning, I would like kind of get distracted and start like posing the figures differently and seeing how to like make them look cool in different poses and give them different like items and accessories that they come with. And it's like, oh, this Gundam, I will like make him hold a beam saber this time instead of his regular beam rifle. Or this whatever I don't know, like Naruto figure, let's pose him in this like fighting stance instead of like the cool relaxed stance or whatever. And I just like spend hours and hours of the day just like cleaning these figures, and then I realize like, oh my goodness, I just like spent all this time. But I guess that's like a way to appreciate your figures too, but at the same time it's like, oh, I could have played like this video game, or I could have like, I don't know, did something else. But but yeah, I don't know, I guess maybe other people who has all these collectibles might be able to relate.
What's wrong? These are the 5 principles for maintenance of the Statue of Her Excellency, the Almighty Narukami Ogosho, God of Thunder. And I haven't even finished explaining the first one.
As Raiden Shogun is just there behind her, being super stealthy and quiet.
I never knew there was such a fuss over these tiny figurines. I'm surprised Miko never mentioned it to me.
Your Excellency, this is most unexpected.
I had some spare time, so I decided to come out for a stroll. Oh, did you buy this figurine yourself?
No, we got given to us as a token of appreciation.
It was her.
Yeah, we got it as a token of appreciation, and then we decided to gift it to Sarah because she seemed to really like it.
Hey, what?
Yep, it was me.
Huh. I didn't know you liked little trinkets like these.
Your Excellency, I've yet to finish the defense arrangements for the Irodori Festival. Please excuse me.
Very well. Thank you.
Okay. Sara leaves, her head lowered. Oh no.
Watching Sara leave, she looked kinda sad.
No, Sara, you're too underrated.
I have another such figurine in Tenshukaku. A sample sent by Yae Publishing House. I don't need it, So I think I'll gift it to you.
What? We get 2? Woo! I guess this one we gifted to Sara, so we get one for ourselves now.
I shall not go back on my word. I have committed to giving it to you. What you choose to do with it is your business. You're quite free to give it to somebody else, if you wish.
Oh, I'm gonna do something else to it.
Or, to save you the trouble, I can have someone from Tenshukaku deliver it directly. But, of course, your name will have to be written as the sender.
Can you maybe sign it too? Sign the base that it comes with?
Why does all this have to be so complicated?
I feel like in today's, like, pop culture, I guess, getting things signed is not as valuable or as interesting as it was back in the days. Because now you can get, like, you can just go to any convention and get things signed. And there's, like, so much stuff that are signed in circulation on, like, the secondary market, right? But then back in the days without the internet and stuff, like, having something signed and shows you that you've met, like, this person in person to get it signed is, like, kind of a big deal. And it's cool to show off. But nowadays, it's, like, the obstructions to get... Or it's just easier these days through, like, conventions, through... I don't know, like, signing... what do you call it? Like, events and stuff. Comic conventions. It's just been so streamlined that you can just look for the next, like, comic convention or cultural festival or whatever to find if, like, the people that you're a fan of is, like, available. And then you can go do, like, a meeting or something and get things signed. And then they, like, streamline the process where, like, you line up just to sign. You line up literally just to get things signed. Instead of in the past where maybe, like, you catch... I don't know. I actually don't know how people in the past got things signed. But yeah, I feel like signed things might have a lot of, like, personal value. But, like, it might not have that much value now. If you're getting things signed to sell, maybe? I don't know. Maybe I'm just, like, removed myself from the whole... or that aspect of, like, pop culture. So I don't know how things are now. Paimon. Just send it to the Tenryu Commission, please. Put Lumine as a sender. Send it to the Tenryu Commission? Put Lumine as a sender? Wait. Put Lumine as this. Yeah, put Lumine as a sender.
I'll have someone attend to this shortly. Oh, and I wish you a pleasant and enjoyable Irodori festival.
Okay. Thank you, Raiden Shogun. So the one that we got from the store we got to keep, but the one that Raiden Shogun is sending us, we're gonna give that one to Sara. Oh man, that's even crazier. That one has been physically touched by, or has physically graced or lived in the presence of Raiden Shogun too. So that one is like a one of a kind. Oh man, that's so awesome. Anyway, I guess that's all there is for this, not all there is, but that's what this story had. It's really adorable. I don't know, I really like these little stories right now. They're really entertaining and really silly, like, oh, having Sayu. I think out of these three that I've done so far, the Arataki Ito one was the weakest, but even that one was still pretty funny. But yeah, the Klee and the Yoimiya one was super adorable, and I was like super happy to see those two characters finally meet. And this one with like this whole like shenanigans around this statue of Her Excellency, the Almighty Narukami Ogosho, God of Thunder statue. It's it's pretty funny too, and it had Sayu in it, and she's always like super adorable too. But yeah, I guess that's all I have for you for today. I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already for more Genshin Impact stuff. And goodbye.